What's happening, everybody? It's Sean with Reactions to the Classics, and today we got a reaction to the song Ticket to Ride by the Beatles, of course, versus Hüsker Do. Brought to us by a friend, longtime supporter, and patron of the channel, T Super. Thank you, T Super. Appreciate you. Appreciate all the patrons who make this thing go. If you'd like to support us in any way, check out the Patreon link below or the patron link on the end screen. We could not do without the patrons. Want a one-time reaction, one-time donation, check out our Buy Me a Coffee page, also linked below. Well, this is all T Soup. I'm going to let T Soup handle this one because he knows these. I'm actually recording this on New Year's Eve, believe it or not. So he says, New Year's battles often have me reflecting and thinking back. Me too, the older I get, and we're about the same age range, me and T Super. In this case, 60 and 40 years back, respectively, to two of my favorite bands performing the same song. The obviously connected bands are the Beatles out of Liverpool and Hüsker Do from St. Paul. Well, maybe not that obvious, but T Super says, growing up and going to the University of Minnesota in the late 1980s gifted me so many great local bands. The two best being the Replacements and Hüsker Do. In many ways, they were our Beatles, which was Hüsker Do, and Stones, the Replacements. The Replacements are looser and more bluesy, folksy, like the Stones. Hüsker Do, while being incredibly loud and energetic, were very tight and melodic, and they are, like the Beatles. They also had two main lead singing-songwriters in Grant Hart and Bob Mould, and this battle features a battle song, Ticket to Ride, they would often cover in encores live. Most of you know the Beatles version, but that's what we're going to kick it off with. T Super says, off their Amazing Help LP from 1965, 60 years ago, the opening Rickenbacker guitar line kicks off the magic. Says Sean will have way more insight of the song than I have, but it's truly one of my Beatles favorites. It's one of mine too. I think it's a really underrated song. I think John's vocal performance on this is insane, but written by John, of course, credited to Lennon McCartney. 394 on Rolling Stone's top 500 songs of all time. 7th consecutive top chart-topping song for the Beatles in the UK, 3rd consecutive in the US, and it's the first Beatles track released with a running time over 3 minutes. That was very taboo. You didn't do that back then. Kind of marked a progression in the Beatles sound, right, through the incorporation of drone, harder sounding. John Lennon said it was the first heavy metal record ever made. I don't know if I'd go that far, but I mean, maybe compared to the songs that were around then. Truck's heavy sounds may have been influenced by Lennon and Harrison's first encounter with LSD. Who knows? A lot of drugs being done back then. I'll leave the rest of it. Ticket to Ride, the prostitutes in Germany, where the Beatles spent a lot of their early years performing, needed a ticket to say that they were healthy. It's no nice way to put these things. So a lot of people believe that's what this is about. And knowing the way John wrote stuff, it didn't give a flip. It very well could be, but I'll leave it there. If you want to know anything else about this, type in the Beatles and Help up above. There's going to be a full album reaction. There's going to be a track by track ranking, like whatever you want. There's more Beatles on this channel than anything else. Let's kick this thing off. Thanks again, T Super.
Ticket to ride. She's got a ticket to ride. She's got a ticket to ride, and she don't care. She said that living with me was bringing her down, yeah. She would never be free when I was around. She's got a ticket to ride. She's got a ticket to ride. She's got a ticket to ride, but she don't care. I don't know why she's riding so high. Sure think twice, sure to do right by me before she gets to saying goodbye. Sure think twice, sure to do right by me. She's got a ticket to ride. She's got a ticket to a ticket to ride. She's got a ticket to ride. She's got a ticket to ride, and she don't care. My baby don't care. My baby don't care. My baby don't care. My baby don't care.
All right, obviously a classic, the Beatles, Ticket to Ride, off a very underrated album to the general public, Help. A lot of people want to say Rubber Soul is where they really kicked into this different gear. I would argue that Help is on a near even playing field with Rubber Soul, but that's a discussion for another day, boys and girls. Now, let's go to the Hüsker Dü version. It's from their 2025 retrospective LP, 1985, The Miracle Year. 1985 was Hüsker Dü perhaps at their absolute peak miracle year, releasing 2 classic LPs, New Day Rising and Flip Your Wig, and being in top form live. The song comes from the first disc from this release, which features their complete January 30th, 1985 show from the famous First Avenue Club. Ticket to Ride was the second to last song in the encore, coming off a very appropriately chaotic and energetic cover of the Fab Four's Helter Skelter, worth checking out too, for sure. Side note, T-Soup says he saw Hüsker Dü live at First Avenue early in 1986. Completely amazing and very loud. I bet it was incredibly loud. No Rickenbacker here, just Bob Mould's ferocious flying V guitar, Greg Norton on bass, and Grant Hart on drums and lead vocals. Grant tended to sing the sweeter, poppier songs like Here, but Bob Mould provides great backing vocals. Hüsker Dü does both a faithful cover, but also makes it their own. Tricky when doing covers, especially for the boys. The melodic buzz of that guitar is the equal of the Rickenbacker here. It's loud, and I suggest playing it a little louder than the Beatles version to get lost in that buzzy sound. Plus, as a board live recording, it sounds good, but it's not totally dialed up, as you would expect. All right, let's do it. Hüsker Dü with their version of Ticket to Ride. I think the T-Soup, or the patron that brought this, really summed this up well, because it's a pretty faithful to the original, but it's faster, right? It's kicked up. It doesn't breathe in some of the parts that the Beatles does, and I think that's good. So I don't want an exact replica, and I don't want you to butcher it, and that is a tricky thing, and I'm very, very much that way with the Beatles stuff. So I think they did a really good job with it, and I did turn it up, as you noticed in the editing, so you're going to be able to hear it a little better, because it is a live version. Remember that too. I mean, obviously, it's in the studio. They're taking multiple takes and getting it all crisp sounding, but I think they did a very good job with that. Now, as I get to the winner, I will give T Soup's final thoughts. He says, I know which band version will win on this. I get it. The point here is to highlight two great bands doing a really great song. A great way to kick off 2026. He says, Happy New Year's, RTTC. He's exactly right. He knows what I'm going to pick here. I'm going to pick the Beatles. It's not really a fair fight because one's a live song and the other one is just obviously classic as well. But a very fun thing. Really like Hüsker Du. One of our old patrons, Slade Said, brought a lot of their stuff to me as well. Didn't really know them, but between Slade Said and T Super, know them much more now and super enjoy them. All right, guys. So the Beatles wins. Let me know what you think down below. And what did you think of the Hüsker Du version? As T Super said, I'm going to put this up early in 2026. So Happy New Year from everybody at RTTC to you. Super appreciate you guys. And I will see you next time.